mean, why do you think Rosalina turned into an old crone to try to scare the shit out of the people?
I don't fucking know. You don't even know what the hell you did. So like, what the fuck? Like, how the fuck am I supposed to know?
Also, I like that we have managed to make Kobu's favorite running joke on all of Discord.
And what, pray tell us that?
World discussion being a meme.
Ah, I see. Anyway, stream started.
Kobu said, and I quote, "This channel is my favorite running joke in all of Discord." I said, to think, all this was I was literally going to delete it till Fur typed in here one day, and now it's this.
I'm glad you didn't delete it.
Shut up.
It literally wasn't being used until Fur typed in there once as a fucking joke, and now it's a meme channel.
We probably should make a serious version of it.
Nah.
We really should.
Nah.
I mean, the serious version wasn't getting used, so eh.
Well, when there's more substance to the world, maybe it will.
Maybe,
Yeah,
but
wait,
for now,
Kobu
it's
music
fine.
just dropped like a week ago.
Dog.
If I had that little slice of caramel dancing that Kobu had fucking remade to demonstrate why this song is so catchy, I would totally literally just play it on repeat for hours.
Wait, he did what with Caramel Dancing?
He basically recreated a small part of like the melody and the bit under bass? The bass. Pretty sure.
Wait, I'm looking at the Hunter thing again, and I'm like, wait, why is one of them why is one of them covered in bread?
What? What?
Like, I'm sorry? Why are they covered in bread?
Is this about Hunters of Elerian?
No. I put it in.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know why he's dead.
Why is he covered in bread? Is a better question.
Idle is throwing bread to the local hunter flock, when she probably shouldn't be, because it's not part of their natural diet.
I forgot half of the shit that was posted in here.
Are you just scrolling through world discussion now, remembering all the shit you posted?
I'm looking mostly at the shit Leo posted, but yes.
Anyway.
You know what? That's also fair, because Leo is Leo.
Anyway.
Also, I should actually send out the announcement since we are
Yeah,
live now.
so Andrea can be on standby to exist.
I mean, she's already here.
Of course she is.
She's in chat already.
Of course she is. Why am I not surprised? It's Andrea.
I just love the. I just
listening to. Good. I was just gonna say I'm listening to What Angel Wakes Me on repeat. From Final Fantasy.
Oh yeah. Wait. I mean. Oh right. We're in the winter part, so we should probably be playing. What music did Andrea give you for the winter part?
Hold on, I got it. Actually,
because the winter battle was Dragon Spine battle, which is fair because it's literally a snow mountain, and the place, and it sucks. Heck, that place.
It was a neat idea, but
good idea.
Annoying.
Fuck the mechanic.
Oh yeah, I forgot to actually. Oops. Thank you for fixing my stupid mistake.
Our DM is professional.
No, he isn't. If he was professional, we'd be paying him.
God, I do not do enough work to get paid.
I would disagree.
I do not do anywhere near enough work.
I mean, I would disagree too, but that was a funny joke, so.
I've gone through the chat. and I will say absolute meme in all of it. It's good soup.
I'm not giving
Anyways.
cat soup.
I'm not. I don't deserve payment, Andrea.
But have you considered?
Besides, I wouldn't ask any of you for money anyway.
If
I
I'll,
don't have any.
I don't have any. I mean, I might have like, I don't know, dollar, a debit card.
There's that as well. You guys, like, I know at least 2 of my players here don't have money to pay me, and I'm not going to charge Ken or Tyson.
I don't think
Should
I
we
really
pay
don't.
Notary?
I don't think Can would mind, mostly because your games are great. Smile, nodders.
I
Okay,
get
great.
I get the ability to shitpost, so yeah.
Yeah, you would pay exclusively for the ability to shitpost.
Oh, 100% without a doubt.
God. The game is just extra. You're just here to shitpost. The game is extra.
Yeah, I'm having a good time playing D&D and shitposting. It's amazing.
God.
And I enable you.
Yes,
Yes,
you do. You enable him a lot.
Exactly, and that's why I deeply appreciate you, Ems.
Tech priest Can, everyone.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask y'all of your opinion on something.
Go for it.
Avocados.
What do you think about warlocks having stats based on their patron, like their casting stat based on their patron?
Carp's already done that. But
I've already done that. There's
Yeah.
there's a either intelligence or warlocks.
yeah, nodders.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
it's also based on your choice. But,
It's
you know,
also
general,
yeah.
like, it's based on your choice, but he has, like, some recommendations based on what your patron is.
Yeah, I was just wondering.
But yes,
I
I
have-
no idea.
It's a
I-
very cool idea that can turn warlocks into a more
dynamic class rather than just
Yeah,
haha
much more
EB
dynamic.
bot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also another buff I considered for
Wait.
Warlock, but we can talk about
Wait.
that in phase 2, or when someone actually wants to play a Warlock.
Okay, but also
That isn't
can
Can.
dip into that you can.
Wow,
also
fuck
dip,
you.
You can also
Wow.
just dip into warlock. You can
I was
do it.
I was about to go. We've had a warlock in this party for a while. Why am I getting targeted?
Well, it's
recency bias is real.
not
For real.
anti-multi-class propaganda.
Exactly.
But
Yeah,
Ravius is a
please.
multi-class too!
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was about to go. Most
Yeah,
of your...
so he wouldn't get it either. Only pure Warlocks get it.
Here's the. It's not like his stats are. His stats are garbage. Most of my characters' stats are hot trash.
It doesn't matter. As
See,
long
that's
as you're
why-
having
that's
fun.
why I wonder how that happened. Is why I'm.
We've said the story a couple times. He got drunk and got lured into a cult, and the next day, he was now a Warlock.
So here's the thing. So he is from a family of halflings. You know, halflings are they get drunk and smoke weed a lot. It's just an entire thing. But one of his cousins convinced him to after a drunken bender, convinced him to join one of their cult meetings. And then he woke up the next day with he has a pact with Moonbow now.
That's it. That's the story.
That's it. That's the story. He is 3 warlock because you know.
Also, he is now. He no longer drinks. He
Yeah,
still smokes, but he no longer drinks.
He no longer drinks because I don't think he
He does not trust himself drunk, but he does still trust himself high.
exactly.
I have concerns if you trust yourself high but not drunk.
Because he hasn't done anything
Oh.
stupid as a high person.
Yeah, I mean, usually if you know, I think if you're drunk, you still have some motor ability.
I mean, your
Anyway.
judgment is still hecked either way. Either high or
Yeah.
drunk.
DM, do the DM thing.
Nodders.
DM. Nodders.
Alright, so. When we last left off, You all
Yeah.
got yourselves a very, very interesting taste of the Fae.
Wow.
Within a small fight, with an Imperial patrol that was quickly and very handily dispatched. You all also discovered that your newest traveling companion has a very interesting ability to transform into
Many different
how
things.
how would you describe it, Can?
A very withered, bestial corpse.
Selena.
Okay.
And doesn't know that she can do that.
Yep. It's completely unaware of it.
Yeah, I feel that that's important to point out. Just for the record.
Oh yeah, I just want to say that last fight, Sojourn didn't even have to come out. He was just sitting in the back.
He's just vibing.
With
Yeah,
apparently
Sojourn was
with,
just
with
vibing.
with pixies and sprites throwing pokeballs at him.
Yeah.
That's one does.
Shut up.
I was gonna ask you. So, when did you want me to like pick my scales that I put for my dragon imp?
You
Beginning
can
of the session or what?
pick them when you first summon Sojourn. That is perfectly fine.
Okay, so yeah, we'll just keep fire then for now.
All right. So, unless there is anything all of you would like to do here,
I don't know.
on the field of battle, we shall continue your journey as you continue to make your way south, looking for the cult of the cult's area. So, could you all please give me perception checks?
No.
Ignore that. I accidentally pressed the button.
You beam.
Perfect.
You look through the moonbeam, and you see the moon.
Looking through the glass.
Don't you have advantage on that?
No. I just.
Tyson?
No, Tyson. Yeah,
Oh, I do. Okay, sorry.
yeah, we
Yeah.
are still in forest.
Eyes of the eagle, right?
Oh, that's it.
Oh yeah, I do have Eyes of the Eagle. Yeah.
You have expertise from being in the forest.
Okay, so I think you just add 4 to that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 29.
So 29.
All right, so as you all make your way through, continuing through the forest, Ami and Elwyn, you two will be the first to notice that as you continue to move through, moving further and further south, the forest seems to almost change around you. It is still strange and weird, but as you continue down south, it almost starts to feel more normal again.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Forest is starting to feel normal again as we move further down south.
As party moves down south, forest,
The amount of glowing plants and mushrooms and the moss on the trees starts to dim and eventually fade away entirely as you come into a small clearing that has a few standing structures. Just a few small wooden houses.
Interesting.
Does it look like there's been any activity around them recently?
There is activity around them now. There is. You see a small campfire in the center of this small compound, and you can, particularly Elwyn, you can see some people moving about inside of this small. Best way to describe it would be a small village.
Okay, so when I look through with my eyes of the eagle, do I see any signia of yeah.
Everyone that you can see seems to just be wearing simple clothing. You do see all of them seem to be wearing some sort of medallion around their neck, but nothing that you recognize.
Okay. I believe we have found the place, I believe.
We found the place where the cult lives.
Perhaps. We may have. Can't say for sure. Well,
Shall we go greet them and see if they're a lot more friendly than
Yeah, we should.
last companions?
Oh, it'd probably be easier if they all spoke common as well, honestly.
Alright, I take it you're approaching the small village then?
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah,
as you approach... No, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
Who's gonna I guess walk up, like who's gonna be the first person we see though? You know what I'm saying? The face, I guess.
I don't know.
Guess I will.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
maybe it's the follow soon after me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, as you all move out towards the village, Elwyn and Army, you both notice that the Fae that have throughout your entire walk through the forest, there's always been a few Fae keeping an eye on you, following you around, just watching you. They have stopped. They are sitting a bit deeper into the forest still. They're still watching you, but they aren't following you out in towards the clearing.
Does it look like there's like a barrier or something?
No barrier. They just seem to not really be interested in going too much further.
Okay.
Maybe it's a
I was thinking maybe if they had like an anti-Fae barrier or something around here.
Why would they have? Well,
Maybe.
out of character. Why would they have that? This is the Feywild. It's hard to overpower the magics here because everything is alive.
Also, if they had a anti-Fae barrier, Ami would have probably you and Ami would probably just be like.
Well, me more.
Oh, yeah,
me
true.
more so than Elwyn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
I
Elwyn
know.
has Fae ancestry, but Ami is actually of the Fae.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have the trait Fey ancestry, but it's mostly because I'm actually Fey. LOL.
LOL. Anyways.
So wait, does Ami have a Fae touch? Just out of curiosity.
No, I only have 1 feat.
Okay, just
Well,
just curious.
that and I didn't think of that when I threw this race together. It'll probably get revised eventually.
Exactly. One,
Everybody.
1 feet and a peg leg. It's quite impressive.
Shut the fuck up.
Goodness.
Anyways.
Alright, so you all walk towards the village, and the first person that is seen is the person walking in front is Army, and one of the people that's tending to the campfire stands up and looks at Army and goes, "Oh, Faye has actually decided to walk into our small village. It's been a while since we had one of you here."
Well,
Oh, and I see you've brought some. I see you've brought some friends as well.
excuse me, I am not of the forest itself. I am of outside of it. But I am still Faye. And who
Good
might
to
you
know.
be?
We don't get too many of them around here anymore. They tend to stay out past the barrier, past the border into the village.
And why is that?
Not really anything I know about. It's something you'd have to talk to the leaders for. Political relations have been tenuous for the last while, apparently.
I see.
Have you not? Has your village not been friendly to them, or has there been disagreements then?
Have you picked any flowers lately?
Only the ones we grow ourselves. But no, it has a lot to do with our past. I'm not too privy to it. Our historian is the one who deals with it.
So where is your leaders? We are here to find what was it called?
It was described as a cult.
It was described as a cult, yeah, I don't...
To learn the rules of the forest, as it were.
By my friend here. I don't speak Sylvan myself, so we had to...
It pays to know the language of your people. After all.
Well, I don't know about any cult, but our community here is a small religious community that follows the way of Gladepine.
Oh,
so you are the people that were... so you are the people we're looking for.
Yeah, you are the people that we're looking for. We are looking for a
Can I do a religion check to see if I've heard that before?
Oh yeah, because you haven't read the book.
Sure, you can give me a religion check.
Rosalina hasn't read the book either. Only Ribius and Ami have read the book. Ouch!
Yeah, I have a -1, so...
You have never heard of... Neither of you have ever heard of Gladepine before.
Do you still have the book on you, Alex?
Of course.
Yeah, you should probably pull it out then.
Well, the only problem with that is it's a children's book. Taylor.
I am not familiar. I'll just tell him straight up. I'm not familiar with that name before. I don't think I've ever heard it.
The only time I've heard it mentioned was in a children's book we found in a ruined library.
Yes, there was a surviving child's book describing the gods of the supposed gods of the sun and the forest.
Well, I wouldn't really know. I follow the teachings of Gladepine, but I'm not well versed in our history. You'd probably want to speak to the head priest for that.
Oh, where is he?
Well, first, I suppose we should ask who you are, what your name is at the very least. For formal introductions.
The name is Ethan.
I'll admit, Ethan. The name is Ami.
I'm Ribius.
I am Elerian.
The name is Rosalina.
It's good to meet you all. I hope you find this community comfortable. We try to live our best out here to be respectful to the Fae.
Then perhaps would you care to share any basic rules or principles we should be aware of so we don't offend or upset anyone of this community?
Yes.
very much again, you would have to speak to the high priest. We follow simple rules for in here, but interacting out in the forest itself is far
I'm-
more something that him and the other elders know.
Well, more so referring to here.
Around here,
If there's any,
Simple-
if there's any social rules we should be aware of, so we do not press any boundaries with you.
of course. Simple rules of no stealing, no murder. Obviously, we do not appreciate that here. Last murderer we
Of
had
course.
was about 2 generations ago.
Would you rather be called a community or a cult?
Cults can be
I-
taken very
Please.
offensively.
I've
Community.
never. Yes, please. I've never heard us referred to as a cult before.
Well,
My apologies then.
we were directed in the general southern direction by a dryad who pointed us in the direction to learn the rules of the forest, because they had set up camp within a part of the Bright Forest.
Yes, we've been living here for. Hold on. They taught us this in school. About 200 years now. Our community has been here.
All right, so that is post-terror.
That
Out
is
of
Yeah.
post
character.
hair. That is 30 plus years post hair.
Yeah.
Quick question.
Yes,
Would
sure.
does time flow differently here, or is it the same? Or would I have to make a check for that?
You can make a check with that.
What would that be?
What kind of check are you feeling?
I would probably say
Probably
Arcana.
Yeah, probably an Arcana.
Here's the thing though, I have an orb of time, so I know what time it is at all times.
You know the general time. You know if it's dawn. You don't know the exact time. You just know the general time.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah.
It is a common
my
item.
question- Yeah, I guess my question, like, more specifically, is like when they say 200 years, do they mean 200 years?
They
Like, is it 200
they-
years across the board?
Yeah, they mean 200 years. As far as you know, time here in the Bright Forest flows the same as it does everywhere else in Elerian.
Okay.
Yeah, it has influences of the Feywild, but it's not so far that it's
Yeah, it is
time
not.
dilation.
It is not. It is Feywild, but not that Feywild.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as we know.
As far as we know.
But yeah,
Well, would I potentially know anything, or am I too far removed from the information of the Bright Forest traditionally to know?
I mean, you can give me an Arcana check.
Could my heritage grant me advantage?
Yes, I will say your heritage can grant you advantage.
Hoggers!
Also, one moment.
Man. Tragic.
I mean, 18's still good.
True, but that's still a 10 on the die. Perfectly average.
Average, but not bad.
No, it's. Sorry, I'm doing a quick music change.
Hmm.
Nope. I can spell.
Spelling's illegal here. But
Ami with an 18. Yeah, no. The time here in the Bright Forest, as far as you know, just flows normally as it does in the rest of Elerian. You know that in the actual, if you were to travel to into the actual Feywild's plane,
Mhm.
that time does move very differently there, but this form of the Feywild that has taken root here in Elerian follows Elerian's normal time scales.
Wowie.
All right.
Very cool.
He will tell you. Well, for any real information on what you guys can find here, you'll want to head to the temple. That's where you'll be able to find the head priest. He will explain to you what's going on and possibly be able to introduce you to our leader.
Well then, suppose that is where
Head
we
to
should
the
go
temple,
next.
then.
It seems so.
All right, so he goes back to tame the little fire, and as you walk off, you see a few more people come in with some food to be cooked on said fire. And you make your way to a small, humble little temple.
Isidore, any thoughts on current?
It's certainly different to the Glade Pine religion that I read about, but I mean, it's very humble and very calming here. It's quite interesting. And he's taking down notes. He's drawing little representations of the buildings that are here, and currently doing the temple.
Okay, so
Can't
do
wait
we
to
just-
learn more about this.
Do we just
Especially-
walk in? Go ahead, sorry.
Especially since they don't seem to know about their connotation as a cult.
I
Yes,
think
I mean, I believe if anybody
you can't hear him. This is
Only Ami can hear.
yes.
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. You literally couldn't have known, mostly
Yeah.
because other than his initial debut, Isidore hasn't been like a major player in all too much. Well, other than the library, but
Isidore is the spirit that's in Ami's brother.
well, the quill, but it's manifested by the book's awakened mind.
It's very
Because scribes. Yeah, it's
complicated.
It's complicated. Yeah.
It's quite literally the soul of one of Elerian's old scholars. It's no big deal.
Yeah, who just knows a fuck ton about Elerian, pre-tear, so, you know,
I think Angel made him.
probably.
God, I wish my character actually. I wonder if you would tell my character that or not.
Well, at a different time, yeah, probably. Not right now, because it is important. I'm just asking him for lots of information, because he was in the world before the Terror existed.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's like the oldest person here,
Pretty much.
pretty much.
He's also
Because-
technically dead.
Yeah, he is dead. Well, I mean, he just is.
He's just dead, Imps.
Yeah.
I mean, Sir Jordan's technically dead too.
Different kinds of dead, I would think.
I think so.
Yeah.
Isidore was literally roasted alive by the first dragons into Elerian when the Terror opened up.
But his spirit said no.
But the magic, the wave of magic literally told him, no, you're not, your soul is now on a quill.
Yeah.
It's now in the quill that you were holding when you got burnt alive.
I
Yes.
guess let me know when you would tell Elwyn that,
Thumbs up.
Alec, and we might have him. Yeah. Because Elwyn would definitely have follow-up questions to that.
Later.
Later, yes. Honors.
Anyways, DM.
Alright,
Where
so
is this temple?
the temple is located in the center of the village. I do not have a map for it yet because
It's fine.
I've been busy with other things.
Fair enough.
But you walk into this very small, very modest temple with a a wood carving of a woman holding a small sapling.
Sorry.
Hmm.
Temple has a carving, you said?
Yes, it's a wood carving.
As a wood carving of a woman with a small sapling. Would I know what this is, Imps?
It looks very similar to the children's book depiction of Glade Pine.
Oh, thick pog.
Hmm.
Aside from one small detail,
And what would that be?
there are parts of the wood that look as though they have been intentionally charred.
Huh.
Hmm.
That has parts of the wood intentionally charred.
I have a follow-up question to that.
Go ahead.
What kind of offerings are around this effigy, I guess?
There are no real offerings that you can see. There are a few candles lit around the wooden statue, and there is a man kneeling in front of it, who seems to be praying.
Okay.
And he is the only person in here.
Hello.
As Rivia says hello, he lifts his head up and he goes, "Ah, visitors! I've heard that the sprites have found a new interest out in the forest.
Oh,
I take it you're them."
as far as as far as I know, I think so. I don't
Well,
really speak Sylvan, so
They seem to have taken quite a fondness in us.
judging by the fact that your entrails are scattered across the forest, I'm going to guess and say that you're not the ones that they've been spitting the names of.
oh, that might be the Imperium.
Yeah. Mostly it depends on if they're saying good things or bad things.
Are they good things?
Largely good. That you have been very entertaining last time I took a trip out, and he looks up at a candle that has a few nails pegged into it. About 2 hours ago.
Huh.
I am terribly sorry about the flowers, so
Oh, you picked some flowers.
yes,
Yeah.
and I tried to replant, or well, I grew a garden to replace them, and
He
they did
used plant growth, and it caused the whole thing.
They did
Big,
apparently.
big debate, very loud, lots of voices everywhere.
Oh, according to Ami, there was a very loud debate.
Yes,
I,
and confirmed.
Yeah, well, there was a lot of noise.
there was
A lot of noise for all these folks, but a lot of voices for me.
I really need
Yeah,
to.
so-
I really need to prepare tongues next time.
It happens a lot out there whenever something new happens, especially being caused by multiple races. Of the Fae are still very
Uncertain of their place within Elerian?
yeah, much like a lot of the other visitors that have arrived here. But I imagine that in the last 200 years, a lot more of them have managed to settle in. Especially you, I see, and he looks at your tails. And he thinks for a moment. A kitsune, correct? I believe is how it's pronounced.
Correct.
And you look like an elf, but you don't quite hold yourself like one.
Well, I am just but a humble half-elf.
Ah. Haven't seen too many half elves. None of the elves we've ever encountered have wanted to stick around very long.
Oh, excuse our manners. My name is Ribias.
My name is Ami.
Oh, my name is Elwin.
Rosalina.
One moment. My name is Cirrus.
Nice to meet you,
Cirrus
Cyrus.
Pinecrest.
Pinecrest. Interesting.
So is he the head priest?
Oh yes, I had
No, this is
I.
about a character, Ems.
He is the only person here, and he seems to know the most about what's going on. So it's probably a safe bet.
And how do you spell Cirrus? Is it?
Is it Sirsus?
Is it that way? Oh, it's like that. So it's not like this.
Ah.
No, it's Siris.
Listen, there's so many ways to spell Cirrus. It's just
True.
Yes.
You have to double check, you know.
Well, nice to meet you, Cirrus.
It's good to meet you as well, Ami.
We were told that by a triad of the forest that we could potentially learn the rules of the forest from a group of people that have settled down within the Bright's forest. And so far, it seems that, well, the only thing I could possibly say wrong about what she said was that you people were a cult. And
I don't think that was very nice.
No, she's not entirely incorrect. The community here has a very long history with the Fae at this point, and suffice to say, our early history is not very good.
I've noticed that almost all of the life of the forest starts to recede and just completely stop after a bit on the head up to this clearing.
Yes, that is a deal that our leader struck with the Fae when we first came here. She spoke with the Fae and bargained with them to let us have a small section of the forest here that we could call our own, so long as we promised to respect and tend to it, which, well, we by and large have done our best to. None of the houses here have resulted in the death of any trees. We have grown our own and taken wood from them in a sustainable effort.
So made a deal with the Fae to have a piece of land to call
And
communities own.
we have respected our deal. The biggest point of conflict came about 150 years ago. Our belief in the goddess Glade Pine became a lot more fanatical and cult-like.
And this would
Our-
be the point at why they call you a cult.
Indeed, the Fae have long memories, after all. Most of them live longer than any of us ever will.
I alone will eclipse the majority of your lives, even at my state. Oh, God.
But we eventually realized the error of our ways, and we have been working for several generations to fix our relationship with the Fae, and slow progress has been made, but it has been slow.
Well, we were directed here by that Dryad in order to learn the rules of the forest, so to speak, since people seem to be familiar with them, further backed up by what I assume is the truth. What you attained.
Sorry, what was that again, Alex? Can you just...
TLDR, came to learn the rules of the forest, directed here by the Dryad. Since you people seem to know the rules, further backed up by what is hopefully correct from what you've told us. Because they could always be lying.
Well, when it comes to learning the rules of the forest, it's a complicated affair. We've learned that there are many different factions within the Fae. Most of them have varying and differing opinions on how to run things. Some of them wish to remain isolationist in the forest and not interact with things. They tolerated our presence when we first came here. Others believe that they should enact a more stringent form of isolationism and lock out all other races and even some other Fey races from the forest itself. And some are...
Ems, can you slow down, please?
Sorry.
Some are more isolationist.
And they wish to not interfere in affairs outside of the forest.
Interfere affairs outside the forest.
Some have a more fanatical form of isolationism.
Have a more fanatical form of isolationism.
And believe that only Fae should inhabit the forest, and even further that some Fae do not even belong.
That only Fae belong in the forest.
Ah. A
And
purist,
even-
so to speak.
And even some Fae do not.
And others are quite receptive of people who respect the forest, as long as that respect is maintained.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Others are fine with non-Fae within the forest, so long as they respect the forest.
As long as they respect the forest.
The factions are far more complicated than that, but a basic rundown. A basic rule of thumb, there's no pleasing all of them. It's
Of
impossible.
course. So we should expect, no matter what we do, we will probably get on the bad side of some of the factions.
Chances are you already are, simply for being here.
Oh,
You less so, since you are of Fey descendancy, and the half-elf probably gets some leniency, but obviously a human and a halfling, they
well,
are...
the human has at least been doing some favors for the Fae by helping to dissuade the Imperials from attempting to move through.
Don't forget that Gale's with us, Ems.
Oh, and Gale.
Oh, yes. Yes, you said the humans.
Fair enough.
You said human.
Did I say human? Okay, he meant humans.
Gale is just with us for the sake of investigating what we've been sent by the King of Elerian to investigate. That being the library in the southwestern part of the forest. Apparently built by someone named Alexandria. According to
Finally, a name I recognize.
Oh, do you know them?
You speak of Imperiums and Elerian, and I must admit the politics outside of the forest I don't know particularly well, but Alexandria we know.
The politics does seem very confusing, admittedly.
It's a very complicated
The
thing.
short answer is the Imperium has declared war on most other nations of Elerian and are currently getting, excuse me, my language, getting their asses beat. We hold both Elerian holds both parts of the fort, Dread Keeps.
Yeah, the specific fort, the dividing line between
The
that's in
lands
the
of the
middle
Imperium.
of Elerian is under the Athenian control.
So,
Well,
If you wanted a short update on the outside world.
well, so long as their war doesn't bring them to the forest, I'm sure we'll.
Well, the problem with that is the Imperium has also discovered this library. Hence why we even know about it, because we stole information from them. And so we were sent by the king to get to it before the Imperium can.
And
We
that will
have run
explain.
into multiple contingencies of Ethereum.
Imperium.
The Imperium, yes, excuse me.
That would explain the increased activity.
yeah, they
The
seem
sprites
to.
have been very excited lately.
They have been coming here more and more frequently, it seems like, and it does explain a lot. Explains why the sprites haven't really messed with my camps. Usually more so my effigies to warn them off, but that does not surprise me in the slightest on that front, though.
Yeah, Rosalina here apparently has made great efforts to dissuade the Imperium.
More so, they kept getting close to my camp, and I cannot have that, unfortunately. They're not residents of the woods, and they seek to do harm to it, and seemingly harm to me, so it is only right to defend my camp and what is mine, as well as what belongs to nature truly.
Well, if my latest interactions with some of the sprites and fairies is anything to go by, and judging by the fact that I've heard your name spoken by them a few times, Rosalina, they seem to like you.
Well, it is good to hear that such an impression has been left. I would prefer to leave good impressions for wherever I travel. It wouldn't look good for my tribe at all if that was the case.
That is admirable and respectful.
Of course.
It explains why the Fae leave you alone. For the most part, I imagine. If you've been killing Imperium, I imagine you've seen a few of the more interesting Fae hanging around the corpses.
Of course. I usually leave the ones that I don't use for my effigies for the Force to take, and seems as though the Force does take my effigies no matter what, so.
The forest reclaims everything that it can. It's quite
Exactly.
impressive.
Apparently, the influx of Imperiums is, I quote, good for the environment.
I mean,
according to a Fae that we've heard during our battle.
all of our bodies at some point return to the ground, and we nurture the nature that is to come. Some just happen to return to it quicker than others, and we will all be reclaimed by nature at some point.
Some more so than others. I alone stand to eclipse most of your lifespans.
We know.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there isn't much I can in my power to. I can probably do to prolong that. Well, prolong yours. Plans.
I'm sure it'll be. I'm sure. That'll be fine.
What's important is not how long we live, but what we do in our life that is the most important.
I
Anyone
agree with that.
anyone can live forever and do absolutely nothing, but those with shorter lives have better resolve to do greater heroism.
Or
There's something
or
about
there's
the
evil.
transience of
Exactly.
life that makes it beautiful. Scarcity and things like that.
Mhm.
Anyways, to get back to the topic, you said that you know this Alexandria?
I never interacted with her personally, but I do know of her. Our leader has interacted with her on a few occasions.
So who is this Alexandria? Do you know?
Well, from everything I've been told, she is a librarian, basically.
Huh.
Oh, she's a librarian. Out
You
of
know a
character.
couple of those.
I see you, Andrea. I know what you're up to.
Yeah, yeah. Squint set another scribes wizard.
I think the Fae have gotten to.
Out of character. This is act character.
I know. I'm picky.
Out of character.
Andreas smiles.
Of course she does. She smiles a lot when we're
So-
involved.
Anyways, who is this? So he's a librarian.
Yes, she tends to the library. It is, from what I understand, a library of her own creation.
We've
But
also
he
heard that.
apparently is a pixie.
From what I understand, possibly. However, I get told different things about her, about what she actually is.
So he's a librarian who takes
She is
care of.
She is a Fey librarian. That is the extent of what we can. That is the
Is
extent
there
of what
any
we know.
rules of this library, good sir?
The better question would be, do you
No
know where
fire.
it is? No fire. Noted. I can easily.
I will take note of that. Looks at Sojourn. Longfully, probably gonna have to leave him behind.
You can resummon him, I think.
I mean, I can, but I don't know if I want to waste the spell slot. Anyways, that's just.
Do you?
Which
And
has-
also,
The better question is, do you know where it is?
what's a good way of saying this? You've probably walked over it about 20 different times on your way here.
Oh, it's that kind of library.
Oh, is it? Do we need? What do you mean?
It's the entrances to the library are all hidden.
Ah,
I
so
see.
we must figure out what entrance there is that we can. No wonder the Imperium haven't found it yet.
There are specific areas in each of the 4 quote-unquote seasons of the forest. Each one has a different method of entry, but thankfully, out of all the people we've managed to mend relationships with the most, Alexandria and her library are one of those, and we thankfully know a way to enter.
Okay, so.
And where would that
you
be?
mind sharing?
Which season would that be in? Right,
There is one in all 4 of them. They're all very, very different methods, but there is one small issue that comes along with it.
And what is that?
One moment. He goes into a back room, and about 5 minutes later comes out with a scroll of parchment.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. As he
What
hands you
language is
the,
it? What language is in it? Is it?
it's in common.
Okay.
There is a saying that is in Sylvan Army that as you open, you can see it says,
I knew that.
"I will not burn."
Mm-hmm.
The rest is all in common, and
So no
about
fireball.
halfway through you reading it, the text all burns off the page.
What?
I'm sorry.
What? Is this the problem?
There is no way to permanently write down the instructions on how to get into the library.
Yeah, but we just need it for this one instance, though.
Exactly. So the only way to really tell you is verbally. You can write it down, but it only lasts for about 5 or so minutes before it burns itself off the page, no matter where you write it.
That
Add a
seems
character.
very ironic.
Add a character. This is very ableist.
Ouch.
Add a character. This is very bad for me.
Well, out of character, that's what Isidore's for. He could continue to write it down if Pepe left.
Continuous writing.
Continuous. This man will write for the rest of his life as a ghost.
Instructions
Oh.
to the library
Okay.
can only be given verbally or written instructions.
It,
Go up
se-
in flames.
it seems as though she really does not want her library to be found at all.
Well, and she does not wish it to be easily accessible by those who might, perchance, be a sneaky thief.
Yeah.
Her library is very protected, yes.
Well, at least, which of the seasons do you know how to access it from, at the very least?
Oh, I know all 4 of them, actually.
Oh, that's
I've had to send more than a few people to interact with different ones.
Fair
The
enough.
quickest and easiest one would be the one to access here in the winter region. As it is, well, it's not too far from here.
Okay.
Is there any sort of complication or situation we
Any
should be aware of?
Any complication could potentially be from you know who. The Imperium.
Well, I figured.
I am worried that the Imperium might grow frustrated with this forest and might try desperate measures.
They will.
Well,
They will not. They will not resort for that if they wish for their. They're powerful. She will do this with physical air quotes. Their powerful Imperium to continue existing. The wrath of the Fae is not one. The Fae are not one to be spurned lightly, and even less so to be desecrated directly.
I don't think even the Imperium dares desecrate this place. They may be heretics and desecrate other places of worship, but I don't think the scorn of the Fae is one they want.
Scorn of the Fae Wild.
Fae Wild, excuse me.
Yes,
That is
but
more-
you never know. Desperate times and such like that.
Oh, I am well
Believe
aware.
me,
but-
if they try to do anything to the forest will retaliate as harshly as they.
Yes.
No.
They will not
Anyways.
dare. They will
Now,
not dare. Now, well, one other thing before we get down to learning. You said that this community follows Glade Pine, yes, one of the gods that was the god of the forest, said to exist
yes,
before Elerian.
Yes, we
before the
technically
tear.
follow both. We technically follow both Gladepine and her brother Skyrunner. However, the majority of our depictions are of her.
So, do they actually exist?
Of course they exist.
Well, it is more so of a figurative question of, have you ever actually talked to them? Because, as far as we know, that they are just they are gods that apparently existed pre-Elerian, pre-Tear. So, when there weren't actual gods in Elerian, because there was no magic.
Rosalina is gonna give Ami a look.
Yes, I know that you are based in spiritualism, but the real deal, like,
I just pet Sojourn. It's okay, buddy.
I never said Tiamat didn't exist, bruh.
I have actually spoken with Glade Pine many times, and before you ask, yes, she does respond.
Oh, he's like my goddess, my twin goddesses.
Possibly.
Wasn't your
I-
goddess the one that rained light from the sky?
That was one of them, yes.
It was one of them, yes. Mo- because of this gambit, he is not very talkative.
She is
But I do.
dealing with the repercussions of her actions.
I guess that
And-
is something that world altering does have some kind of price.
Mostly the field between the gods have been opened up a lot.
We do have Bane to contend with now.
Correct,
After I
but
pulled that gambit.
it is interesting to learn that they are real, not just
Wait.
the tale of some, well, not just a story tale.
Wait. When you said Field of the Gods, does that ring anything for me or no?
Yeah.
Most likely not. No.
Okay.
I just remembered that Vibius. Oh no, Vibius doesn't have the dragon skull on his back anymore. He put it in the bag of holding. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Yes, they somehow managed to cram it into the top of the bag of holding.
It's fine, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
It's a bag of holding.
It's not that heavy. It's not that heavy. Don't worry about it.
It's not that it's heavy; it's that it's wide.
Listen.
And you can turn it vertically. It's less
You can
wide.
turn it. Yeah, you can turn it vertically.
Anyways,
Anyway,
so they
I
are,
just wanted
so
to
they
know where
are-
my dragon skull was.
So it is real, and they aren't just story tales.
Depends on the stories, I suppose. I
Well,
don't know many of the stories from before we came here.
well, the only one that we've known and henceforth know that they could potentially be real or not is a poached book that we found at the ruins of the Grand Library. And we'll take them out, and we'll take it out, and I'll hand it to him.
I've not seen this text before, so
It is a children's book from that's managed to survive in one of the underground vaults, so to speak, of the Grand Library.
And he starts flipping through it, skimming over the pages.
You all seem to go to very many libraries.
Well-
This is our first one, actually.
Yes, this was the first one that we actually proper went out and visited. We're just it is mere coincidence that we are going to another one. Well, it's the first one that we've been ordered to go to by order of the king. The Grand Library was one of my own choice to go to.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
I would really much like to learn more about the dragons. I want to know more about the dragons so I can understand Sojourn's plight more completely.
Me and you shall have to talk about that later then.
I'm very interested to learn what sort of what this library is.
I think all of us are, especially everyone else as well.
It's... What is a library, by the way?
It's a
It's a
giant
repository of knowledge, mostly mostly occupied by books. You know what those are.
you
It's
know
the
those-
place to where you read parchments, books,
Yes.
multiple.
Scrolls, books, parchment, the
We're
such.
gonna spend 10 minutes explaining to
it's-
Rosalina what books are.
No, we're not.
We're done. That's pretty much.
Gale speaks up. It's where our lore keepers keep our lore texts.
Ah,
Yes,
okay.
usually in the form of scrolls, books, and parchment, as
So
opposed
it
as opposed to verbal tradition, which, while useful for closer knit communities, tends to break down at a larger scale.
Interesting. It's good to know. She kind of seems to
Well-
take a note of it.
He's going to then sit down.
Mhm.
If you would all like for me to instruct you in how to enter the library.
That would be very much useful.
Is our goal. Get there, bro.
And he sits down for a moment. Alright, the winter region. That's not the one with the leaves, because that's autumn. And summer. Spring requires flowers. Ah, yes. Winter. So, with the... In the winter regions, there is there is a section. I will be able to draw you a small rudimentary map to get you there. When you stand there, if you find there will be a pine tree. You need to cover this pine tree in whatever kind of bioluminescent fruit that you find.
Ems, can you slow down, please?
Okay.
When you arrive at this particular area,
Find a
What?
pine tree. Find a
Find a
certain
pine
pine
tree.
tree,
find a certain pine tree.
and you have to cover it in as much bioluminescent fruit as we can find. I
As
think.
much bioluminescent food as we can find.
Then
Okay.
you set the base of the tree on fire.
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry?
Then you speak the password of, and
speak-
he will say in Sylvan. So Ami, you're the only one who can understand this. I will
Mhm.
not burn.
Nice.
You will speak this passcode 3 times.
I see.
Once this has been spoken and the tree is burnt, the ashes will reform and revert into the tree, and at its trunk, there will be a portal that you can climb through. That will take you directly into the library.
I see.
A very
Oh.
intricate entrance method, if I do say so myself.
Well, it pays to be protected.
Wait for the tree to burn, and when it does, the ashes will reform into a tree and create a portal.
Interesting.
Interesting indeed. Well then, have your gods said anything in particular about anything that could possibly be going on? in the last while? I'm curious.
In the last while, Gladepine has spoken largely of waiting.
I assume she has not said for what.
Waiting
She
for
has
who?
not spoken of what, but she is waiting for something or someone.
Interesting. The gods usually-
However, she did ask me to do something.
And what was that?
Here, and he takes off his backpack and pulls out a small. Well, it's not small. It is a decently sized book that is locked.
Huh.
This is a book written by me that details some of our customs and our traditions.
The party is given a book by Cirrus, which is written by him, and is what? Is a book on
Customs and traditions.
customs, traditions of their religion. What is this name of this book, DM? I mean, I don't think I can read it if it's in Sylvan though, because I send the ring keeper in the mouth. I can't speak it though.
What? Is this
What
is this what your god asked you to do? Is this what she asked you to do?
She requested that I write this book. It is titled. Hold on. Where's the name? It is titled The Journey of the Glade. And she asked me about a week ago that if any travelers were to arrive, that I would give them this book and request that they hand it in at the library.
He had Cirrus write
Okay.
this book a week ago, and
Ah,
if
that is why-
any travelers
Is that why it's locked?
Alexandria will have the key.
That is what I guess. Alright.
a week ago to give them
If anything, I should
this
feel
book
like
and
Gladepine would not tell me what the purpose of this was. I told her I could simply have one of our people do it, but she insisted that it be given to the first strangers who seemed to be friendly.
he
And
insisted
you're already heading in the direction of the library anyway. May as well.
that this book be handed to the first
I see.
stranger.
Has her brother said anything? Has your brother also done anything lately? Or said anything?
Skyrunner is much more silent.
I see.
He has a story that I'm sure will be revealed to you at some point, but as of right now, I have been told to not speak of him too much.
I see. Well then. Same, but our...
Goddesses are quite cryptic after all.
Do you... This is a bit a long fetch. Do you have any teleportation circles around here? Or any permanent ones?
Not that I know of, no. I don't think anybody here has the knowledge of how a teleportation circle is formed.
I don't think they have much magic here on me, considering
Well,
how old this forest is.
I was more so asking because I have a helmet that allows me and my companions to teleport around, so in case we ever needed to return here, we could teleport back without any potential of mis-teleporting, if I had to give it a term.
I think I understand, but your friend is correct. Magic is not something many in this community know how to do.
I understand.
I would know. I am first generation spellcaster.
My magic is very rudimentary at best.
I'm self-taught.
Yeah, me as well. It was a trial. And then I got in, and then Grievous would start mumbling about the Warlock Pact again.
For the second time today, Pongers.
Puggy.
Oh,
But as it were, I think. Hold on, let me go read teleport just to make sure. Oh, teleport.
Yeah.
Well, do you have any object that you could, well, say is associated with this place? It isn't the book, mostly because we're going to be giving the book to Alexandria, should we meet her?
Well, yeah, of course. And he will, from his backpack, take out a small, holy symbol. These are only made here, so this is an object bound to this place.
what does the holy symbol look like, Liam?
It is a small carving of a tree with a mother's face.
Okay, given to
This
the
will-
party.
This will effectively help me achieve the same result as if there were a circle I could teleport to.
Small
Thank
wooden
you.
carving of a tree with a mother's face?
Yes.
Are we resting here, by the way? Just out of character. Especially for party.
Are we long resting here? Or are we going?
Don't. I mean,
Okay, I mean, I don't
you
care
feel
either,
like
just wanna know.
I mean, one thing I would gain by resting would be a second level spell slot. It would
I don't
arcane
think I would
recovery.
gain anything from resting other than.
As like,
You'd get you get a charge of Form of Dread back. But
well, and
I w-
health.
Fair enough. I would
fair
get.
enough.
I would get
I
my.
I was like,
level
she
3
did.
stuff up.
She did just tank a fireball as well as get hit by.
You passed the save. Oh hush.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
She's still down by like half her HP, almost.
I would like to also reprepare spells. Somehow.
Even
Well,
if it's
I mean, what's the time, anyways? Does it look like it's getting late? Like, is this a clearing?
At this point, you'd be getting into like the early afternoon.
It's still
just
very,
a short.
it's
short
still very
rest.
early in the day, so
We can continue on.
I suppose.
A
A short rest
here.
within the village probably. A small rest within the village probably wouldn't be the worst idea.
Indeed.
Rosalina
Yeah.
certainly seems like she's seen better days.
You just met her and you just think that she's seen better.
You also threw a fireball at her, Ami.
You did what? She kind of looks at Ollie.
You did what?
That was you.
You're the reason I have these burn marks.
Listen, you clearly don't remember anything about that fight, other than the start, it would seem.
I just remember making my way towards them to cut them off. That's about all I remember.
Really? You went through
Interesting.
this whole charade of acting like an old person, of acting like someone elderly, trying to
That
trying to scare them off,
I
convince
think
them to go away.
I remember telling you if you did get into trouble to snap your fingers, and you never did, but I kind of assumed that
I-
raising axe was.
I do remember that, though anything beyond that, I can't seem to recall. I just remember making my way there and then finding myself over the corpse of one of them, and seemingly you all managing to fend off those who wish to not those who refuse to leave.
Well,
Interesting.
yes, I did. If you must know, I did throw a fireball at you.
I mean, I'm not
That's-
dead, so it's
Yes.
no problem.
You seem too healthy to go down to a single fireball, and as it is anyways.
You ain't gonna be taken down by no simple bitch ass fireball.
I would like to rage DM.
It's not it's not bear totem. You only have resistance to physical stuff.
No. I mean, it's fine. Just means I just a brief momentary rest and
Yes, of course.
a small prayer should be more than enough to keep me going. I mean, I feel fine now, but preparation to travel to such a place might warrant some caution. Traveling even slightly unprepared is very ill-advised.
No, we're aware.
Oh, well,
And she's going to look towards she's gonna look towards the head cleric guy and go, where perhaps might your fire tenders and cooks might be? I perhaps could help them for a little bit while resting up.
No,
he
you
means chefs and the like.
you'll find our cooks currently out in the out at the fire pit in the center of the village.
There you are. If they wouldn't mind the assistance, I would be more than happy to help them. It's
I'm sure they will happy to have another helping hand.
all right.
Many mouths to feed in the village, after all.
Okay,
I could use some of my magic to help out the plant growth.
oh, I was going to ask
You would-
you seriously.
You would have to be here. If you wanted to long-term assist, you would have to be here for a whole 8 hours.
Maybe after we're done with the library.
Perhaps.
So, do you craft these holy symbols by your own self?
Yes, our wood carvers carve the
Oh, it is fucking
the
fire
large
cleric.
statue is the one like the one you see here, and it is and it's part of our tradition that each member of the priesthood crafts their own one by hand.
Does sound-
Will pull out his own holy symbol. That's on one of his hips. I was merely giving to this by my family, so I didn't know that you can have made your own symbol.
It sounds very reminiscent to one of the other tribes that we used to get along with. Think you?
Anyway. Go ahead.
It's just Rosa. It was good. Just kind of think for a moment. I think it was either those who dance in the dark or those who or the sun on the sun worshippers that did that. She kind of mumbles to herself, seemingly trying to remember information.
We shall have to visit your village sometime and learn. If nothing else, for these two be able to record it physically later.
Are you
course.
saying?
Yes, I'm saying.
Oh, you're saying this to
Yeah.
Rosalina.
Yes.
That would be. It would be ill-advised.
Noted.
The other,
Unfortunate.
well, my tribe never had any permanent settlements, or God demanded that we travel the lands as much as we can, so permanent settlements are not something we're accustomed to. And the few holy sites of our God have been, well, desecrated would be the best way to put it. I think that's the word for it.
Yeah, that is the word for it. I've heard multiple of places of worship in my religion be desecrated. It's not very pleasant.
It
But
is
then
not.
again, I'm not innocent either. I did also desecrate an altar.
And you did steal a giant dragon skull.
I'm gonna give it. When I had the time, I was gonna give it to.
Oh.
You did what?
Are those common around here?
Not at all.
Not at all, but I did find it on an altar. I've never seen an actual dragon besides Sojourn.
And even then, he is, no offense, but he is but a spirit.
I've
Yes, he
never
is but a
seen it.
spirit.
I've never seen an actual dragon. I've only seen one
I don't
skull.
think any of us have actually seen a dragon. Those who may remain after the dragon wars are probably deep in hiding.
My family has never seen a dragon either, so.
Well,
Wait, Amps, I have a question. How long were the dragon wars? How long ago were the dragon wars?
The Dragon Wars ended 200 and I think 20 years ago.
Oh, so yeah, Ribius's family would have known about dragons then, but like they don't remember the dragons, you know? I think.
They don't really talk about them.
Yeah, they don't really talk about the dragons because if a halfling lives for 150 years, yeah, no one really talks about the dragons because no one would be alive to talk about said dragons.
Okay.
Yeah, Ribius has never seen a dragon in his life. Anyways, are we short resting?
Yeah, we short resting.
Pause.
Right.
alright, yeah.
Also, heck you, Emps. I can see through you now, you bitch.
I have said nothing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but you're also not denying that you're not saying anything, but you're also not denying anything.
About what?
Why would I deny anything?
But I am almost certain that the subclass being added in phase 2 is Fire Cleric now.
Oh,
But it'll probably be reflavored to Sun Cleric. Cleric of the Sun.
Why is Andromeda keyboard smashing?
Oh, did she?
That was a while ago.
That was a while ago.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
But she probably is keyboard smashing jobs right now. Probably.
Yeah, probably. We hear the blips.
But,
Yeah. Well, like 3 of those were from me, yelling at him.
oh yeah. Once they're done here, Rosalind is gonna thank the gentleman for his time, and short rest by going to the camp and helping cook some food.
So you help them cook up some food. They've got.
Okay.
They're cooking up some nice.
Yep.
They're cooking up some home. They're cooking up some homegrown vegetables.
During
Uh,
the, sh-
Bit of meat that they've hunted.
during the
I-
short rest, Vivius will start to explain that he did not kill a dragon to Elerian, and instead just picked up a giant dragon skull from an altar that he made and that he desecrated.
No, he was more interested in, just having a dragon skull in the first place.
He would ask.
Wait.
He would then ask for the bag of holding and pull it out, though. Dead ass.
No, it was a pain to get it in there.
Okay.
Another time,
would-
in another
maybe,
place.
Yeah, maybe when we are not.
I
pressed.
have heard distant tales of fairies of the Fae not being very fond of dragons. This is another Pokemon joke.
Hey, banana.
I know.
Listen,
they keep
if a
throwing
dragon can do
these
it, I
really
can do it.
Red and white orbs at my.
Yes, I noticed.
I noticed that they also collected moonlight from my moonbeam.
Well, they did say everything is alive, so the spells themselves must be alive too. I wonder why specifically
Anyway.
moonlight, though.
I don't know. I don't know any pre-terror goddesses of the moon. Are there imps?
Sorry, as far as I know.
As far as I know, I don't know.
We
any
can
goddesses
speak
of the moon.
about the dragon skull later, and divulge
Yeah.
how it was acquired. At least from the former owner.
I will say nothing.
What do you mean? You will see nothing.
Basically, it's not a yes, but it's also not a no.
It's not a net. Yes, it's a yeah. It's not a no.
I
but
can't
it's a-
lie if I don't say anything.
Well,
If-
then that's a white lie because you're not saying anything.
Anyway,
Anyways, okay.
Get
what
hacked.
we're gonna-
no.
well, we're getting short rest and
Yeah.
I guess
Short
Yeah.
rest for everyone. So
Spam.
Rosalina can roll her hit die to get some HP
Fucking-
back.
Fucking D12. Fucking D12s.
Oh.
Roll your shit.
D12. Let's go.
Roll them D12s.
Why are you
Nine.
rolling as moonbeam?
Also, why did you roll an extra D8?
Chef.
No, I'm not gonna shut up.
Chef.
Chef.
Oh, chef? Oh, okay.
What? What's the chef feat?
It's kind of cool.
Oh.
Literally means she gets extra healing during short rests.
Yeah, that's 1d8.
Oh. And she can make treats.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not a long rest, though. Not a short rest, actually.
Yeah.
With an hour of work, or when you finish a long rest, you can cook a number of treats equal to your prof mod. These special treats last 8 hours after being made. A creature can use a bonus action to eat one of these treats to gain temp HP equal to your prof mod.
It's okay.
It's not.
Not incredible. That's okay.
It's not incredible, but it's nice.
Yeah,
It's a fun. Little,
yeah, it's four. It's
After-
four. It's 4 temp HP. Oh,
it's very thematic.
Yeah, as part of a short rest, you can cook food. You can prepare enough of this food for the number of creatures equal to 4 plus your prof mod. At the end of the short rest, any creature who eats the food and spends one or more hit die regains more 1d8 more HP.
So, I mean, 9 is still fine. So, take it.
I mean, you can roll more. You should probably roll more. You're a barb. You have a lot of fucking HP.
I could.
1 or 2 more couldn't hurt. You're gonna get majority of them back when you long rest. Next time you long rest, anyways.
I could always burn my warlock ones.
True. You do got 3 of
True.
those, and they're D8s.
Yeah. Fuck it. Let's burn the warlock ones. 18.
Woo!
There we go.
Nice.
That actually should be sufficient.
That should be plus your con 3 times.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's
Also
an
forgot
extra.
You also
That's
forgot
it.
your con on the first one.
That is true. Well, it's safe to say I'm at max health.
Yeah.
It is.
Huggers.
It is sufficient to say I'm at max health.
How much
But-
health do you have again?
92.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Less than, like, I mean, yeah, because the 3 levels of Warlock does bring down the average a bit, because they're D5s instead
I
of
should probably roll for
D7s.
HP because I'm literally the
I-
least HP in this party.
To be fair, on all of my Warlock rolls, I rolled maxed. So
Fair enough, I guess.
yeah, no, so I'm not touching Warlock again, and I'm not pressing my luck with that.
Of
Oh, so you're going 17-3?
Yeah,
course. Not gonna have
Unless-
not gonna have primal strength, which is boring, but also big pog.
yeah.
But here's the thing, though. I need to either up my con or roll for my HP because Rabius has 77 HP.
It's less than the wizard, you know, the thing
That's
that has
less
a
than
D6.
the wizard. You know. I will literally unattune from this wand of fireballs to get an amulet of health. Dead
Please,
ass.
please don't. It's not worth
I
it.
won't because it's not worth it, but still.
Anyways,
But-
short rest all. I just use Arcane Recovery and get a third and second level spell slots back.
Also, can you talking as Moonbeam?
I know.
The moonbeam is alive.
God.
I know. I like how the moonbeam was your profile picture for a while.
I mean, I just have 80 HP. I'm what? I'm 12 HP off of the bar block, and this upsets me, to be honest. I've also rolled pretty fucking good, mostly because there isn't much deviation to where I can roll. It's either a 4 or 5 or a 6.
Yeah.
But
The only-
I think I roll shit on my HP rolls, honestly. I literally roll average.
I mean, whenever we level up, whenever we get ASI again, I put in the con. That will fucking shoot my health up pretty high.
I mean,
Yeah.
that'll shoot anyone's health up really high.
Yeah.
Because that's gonna be
Y'all.
another 12 HP. Because we're gonna be level 12 by that point, or total level 12.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyway.
moving
Alright.
on.
But yeah, Rosalina is gonna be spending her time cooking, helping some of the people cook and whatnot.
Or I could get +4 strength.
Well, we should probably think on getting more attunement slots first before we consider anything else.
True. Give attunement.
And now you've delayed it another week. God damn it, Taylor.
Yeah, Doris now.
Also, can I say also at some point if Tedwin passes by Rosalina, she's wanting to ask him something.
Elwin will pass by.
Elwin.
Will he pass by though?
Yeah. What's that one doing?
Hey, what's old Elwin doing?
Ellen's not. I guess Ellen's not really doing anything at the moment. So, I guess just any time.
Yeah, probably towards the end when she's like cooking.
Yeah, probably while you're cooking.
Yeah, Rosalina will kind of go. So I take it based off the reactions of our friends there, your dragon friend isn't actually a dragon. Or is he?
He is a dragon, but he is a remnant of a dragon. Is the best way I can put it.
Hmm.
Basically, the little spirit that didn't move on.
I see. I can't say that I've seen spirits of dragons before. They certainly have left an... Are they... you're from around here, yet they don't seem common. Do you know why?
Mm, I know that dragons are not very well. Dragons, there are either no dragons or dragons that are remaining are in hiding. But as far as dragon spirits, I met mine in a dream, actually.
Interesting. Did anything of note other than having your companion here? I find that dreams tell you a lot of information, whether they're vague or not. At least that's what our seers used to say. Most of the predictions came through dreams.
Well, the first dream, I've had two, how would you say, powerful dreams, vivid, something like that. First dream was basically me flying over the kingdom of Elerian. And then I woke up shortly after that. And then the second dream, I seen 3 cloaked figures moving towards an imminent threat. Like a overwhelming sense of dread came from an area. That is how I ran into them.
Interesting. I can't say that I've had dreams like those before. My mother used to have dreams like those a lot, but
They are very rare for me, at least. I don't have many of them. This is just when major events happen. That is why I struck out on this adventure as soon as I had my second dream, because I know from the first one that something important and dire was about to happen.
That's dreams like that usually forewarned of very interesting circumstances. Hopefully, whatever your dream was trying to pertain is not as dire one would hope. The last time anyone in my tribe had such a vivid dream, it seemed to have led to their destruction.
Dreams are very powerful. I don't believe that this. I feel like this dream was more of a premonition than a this will happen. This will happen in the future. More of like this something terrible will come to pass or something like that. It's hard to describe.
Was one of your parents perhaps a seer by chance?
Sadly, I don't know my parents as much. I know my father died when I was young, and my mother left me shortly after at the orphanage in the city of Elerian. So sadly, I do not know much about them.
So you are a wanderer then?
Wanderer, I've more of a vagrant, but you do what you can with the hand you were dealt.
Tribe would refer to you as wanderers, those who have lost family or cannot identify or seen quite highly, actually. So, I can't say what sort of trials have been given, but you do have my respect in that regard. And the fact you are able to conjure a being such as your friend Sojourn is quite impressive. I'm sure the Fireclaws would have loved you in their ranks.
Fire Claws? What kind of group was that?
They were a tribe. Well, we didn't get along with very well. Respectable warriors, but had a tendency of using, like their name suggested, a tendency of using fire to deal with the things, imitating a god that claim had recently arrived. A giant red creature with wings able to breathe fire. I believe it shown itself once, from what I have seen, but hopefully not to see it again.
I guess. Does that sound like? I mean, that does sound like a dragon, right?
That straight up just sounds like a red dragon. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
she'll even gesture kind of to Sojourn and goes, similar to him but bigger.
Yes. From the tales I've heard, there are creatures like that. It is surprising that your dragon hid your call. I thought that they were all hiding.
Well, we were travelers, and our tribe is a part of is only one part of the greater whole. Where I come from, three major clans rule over the Isles, consisting of smaller tribes, and mine was where I am from. I am from one of said tribes, one of the smaller ones. We acted as the merchants and traders that would transport goods and services, seeing as that is what our Lord Gildan Daggeron would have wanted.
Can you spell
We-
that? Thank you.
Thank you, Moonbeam.
No problem.
Yeah.
We, our tribe didn't have one set spot we would stay in.
Yes, I am a wanderer. Ever since I came of age, I have done mercenary work as such. Maybe not honorable, but it did make ends meet.
I respect you. You seem out of the group to be the most, out of the ones I can probably talk to matters of this, and I do find very much interest in your companion, but I think it might be best for us to discuss another time, perhaps. I would love to hear a little bit more about your stories that you might have.
I would be glad to share them. Maybe when we are not pressed for time, when we are behind Imperium lines, so to speak.
The forest does not recognize such Imperium, and neither shall I, but if they pose any sort of danger to nature itself, then they shall be my enemy, I suppose.
I agree that I share a dislike of them. That seems like they would use anything, even destroying the ground itself to achieve its ends, which I find deplorable.
Agreed.
But let us move forward. We will speak later.
Of course. And she'll kind of go back to helping. That'll be kind of the end of that.
Yeah.
Bonding.
Alright.
Bye.
What are you saying, Taylor?
Bonding.
Bonding ba.
Bonding. Bah.
Anyway.
Support level C. I killed Taylor, I'm sorry.
I can't believe you killed my partner, or day.
I can. This is a normal occurrence.
It is, and that's what sucks. It's normal.
All right, so unless anybody else wants to do anything during the short rest,
Nope.
Oh.
No.
Alright.
Let's get rolling.
Yeah, let's burn up a tree.
Let's burn a tree, and let's
Yeah.
go do the opposite of what the forest says to do.
Oh yeah, I switched to Sojourn to Ice. I know Im knows, but I'm just letting the party know that.
I cast
So it's
Fireball in
only
the
one.
library, but I make it ice damage. Dab.
I'm putting Sojourn's an ice dragon right now.
See, I can still cast Fireball. I just have to make it not do fire damage, which I can do because I'm scratch wizard.
You know what's interesting? If I have Sojourn as a fire, as the fire form,
Oh, you're basically the very version of that one spell, Snowball Storm.
Heck.
E.
but
Anyway.
yeah, maybe
Anyways,
if you cast a lot of fireballs, I can do fire Sojourn, and then he'll take half damage from fireball.
ow yeah. I don't think I should be
Anyways.
aiming to hit your Drake though.
Yeah, he has 50 HP, so
Yeah, I think I won't do that. Anyway,
all right then.
let's move on.
Let me quickly.
Let me guess, you have a map for this.
No, he's switching out the music.
Probably. It's true.
All right.
I don't think he had time for maps because, you know.
Existing got in the way.
Yeah.
Mocha S.
All right. So
Above average rolling.
as you all continue wandering your way through the forest, you spend some time searching around for this particular spot that you've been told about. Can you please all give me perception or nature checks? Your choice.
Okay. Hold on.
Is this
I think
perception
my-
based on sight or?
This is perception based on sight. Yes.
That's a
What's that?
17.
Perception based on sight.
Oh yeah, that's 29 plus.
Yeah, Ellen.
19.
Ellen probably fucking sees it.
31. Yay.
16.
That's a 19. I got them.
It's so
Alright,
weird that there's a perception based on height. I mean, on sight, and another perception based on.
I know.
On height, or what the?
On height.
That's heightest.
On sight. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Oh, goodness.
One moment while I just quickly look something up.
I can't believe I have the least HP and the least height. SMH.
A
Small.
rock falls on the party. We gotta start all over now.
Let's go.
Bruh. I don't think that would be good.
All right.
Best we could do is rocket.
Next, remember, do I spoil the next group of characters we have if something happens?
Oh, I still have
So-
Caroline, but she's not good.
So
I'm
you
talking
all.
about the Freedom Aarakocras.
Oh, hell
Bruh.
yeah. Hell yeah, we're doing that. So
The Freedom Era Cockras.
Yeah, the
I'm
Freedom
sorry?
Aarakocras.
Anyway,
Anyways, go ahead. I'm
Anyway.
sorry. I'm sorry for derailing.
No problem. All right. So as you continue wandering through, and you are searching for this particular pine tree, you stumble across a small little. It's almost difficult to see it, but it seems to be a small little gray doll. Just sitting under one of the trees.
Does my perception give any other details?
It is. One moment. It has a sort of cheerful grin on its face, and aside from that, it seems to just be a doll sitting on the ground. It's slightly translucent. You can sort of see the tree through it.
Can I boop it with Mei-chan?
Imps, I swear to God, if you're pulling some Blinsky doll shit with us, I'm gonna fucking.
Well,
I
you were
boop it with
you would have done it in
Mei-chan.
you would have done it in Straddle eventually. So, Josh.
You did it already, though.
True.
Oh yeah.
So
Anyway,
you can't complain about anything.
I boop it with Mei-chan.
I mean, I can.
Well, just cast silence on
You-
you.
You give it a little boop with Mage Hand, and it doesn't seem to really react to anything.
Does it phase through it or something, or?
No, it's spectral touching spectral, so
Yeah.
Okay.
I pick it up.
Um,
Can I pick it up?
Can a ghost touch a ghost? Real
Yes.
questions here.
Yes,
One
ghost to speak to
moment,
ghost.
My internet has shut itself. Everything is going.
Yeah, I just tell the party. I'm like, that doll is very peculiar. I don't like that smile on it. I don't find anything usually smiling in nature. Usually is a good sign.
All right. So you want to pick it up with your Mage Hand?
Yeah.
All right. So as you pick it up, Army,
Yeah.
its eyes seem to shift towards you. And then you hear a small voice in your head. Do you know where my owner is? I can't find them. I've
Can I
been sitting here waiting for them.
Is this a voice in my head?
Yes, this is a voice in your head.
Do I feel like I could respond? It's I'm gonna have to find out, won't I?
You can try, yes.
Well, I'm going to then attempt to respond. Could you tell me who your owner is?
They're a small boy. They passed through here some time ago. They dropped me here. They got scared by something and ran off. They forgot about me.
I'm gonna strangle Andrea. I'm gonna strangle Andrea. Sentient talking dolls are not my shit, dude.
It's all good.
I'm guessing only
Just
Ames,
say if
I'm
you want me to
looking-
stop, okay?
I mean, it's fine right now. It's just like you're treading the line, buddy.
All right.
can
Remember, you can't cut it anymore. What's that? Sorry.
Ami can only hear this, right? I'm guessing.
Yes, only
Yes.
Ami.
Is it in? I guess the better question: is it in Sylvan or is it just in Common?
He's speaking to you in common.
Okay. I can't say. I do, but. Well, we could take you with us and attempt to find your owner. I don't have scrying currently, but but I could potentially find where your owner is through that. It would be a bit before I could before I could gather the things to cast it, though.
Hmm. Well, I can sit and wait until then.
Are you sure? We could still take you with us.
No, I want to stay here in case he comes back.
Okay. I'm going to note this. I'm going to note this place down, or I'm just for later.
Alright.
Well, if you wish to, well, alright, I suppose. Well, do you know his name?
Samuel.
Samuel, got it. We'll remember that.
I
put the
appreciate
doll
it.
down.
You put the doll down, and Ami, it breaks eye contact with you, and you lose the voice in your head.
I put the doll back down, and I dismissed Mage Hand.
It just sits
So,
there.
did we see it look at Ami?
Yeah, I was about to go to the rest of us.
It would have. It seemed more like its head just sort of flopped in that
Okay.
direction
So
instead of
it's
like
either a
intentionally looking at Ami.
Okay,
it's
so
either
basically,
a Bennett or a freaking Mimikyu. I'm watching you, Andrea. Squinting.
Oh, oh no.
I'm squinting.
Oh,
I
fuck.
will X-card this next incident. I swear to God.
Oh god. Please don't let it be a fucking Mimikyu. Oh
it is
no.
Mimikyu, but
I can't
Oh,
believe it's Mimikyu.
Fuck,
Yeah.
dude.
Skip him up, done.
but so yeah, basically it looked like from us, it looked like Taylor picked it up, it flopped his head down, and then Taylor put it back down. Or I'm sorry,
Right.
yes, excuse me.
Pretty much, yes.
Bruh.
Very strange thing to find in the middle of the woods.
Do you think it was a
Indeed.
good idea to touch it, even if it was with Mage Hand?
Well, I could always see if it left any magic. Well, I have a hunch that it's already magical, but for good or worse, I cannot say.
I wasn't going to touch it physically, so I did the next best thing.
I guess DM, when I looked around, I mean, I guess I wouldn't be looking for tracks at all, but do I notice anything like that, or?
You can give me a survival check.
That's not with advantage. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
One.
The only tracks you can really find here are yours.
Okay.
As you're looking around the area to see if you can find some tracks, you do see a sprite come over. It lands on the doll's head, taps its head, and then just crosses its leg and looks at you guys.
Yes?
She doesn't say anything. She's just looking.
Any...
Is the doll yours there?
Mine? Nah,
Yes. Hmm.
just comfy.
Fair enough.
Any idea who it might belong to?
Someone named Samuel.
Hmm. Don't know that name.
I don't know it either.
Not too many people pass through here, and he's been here for a while.
I see.
Hmm. Any description of the Samuel, or just the name?
It's obviously in the trap though, because
Did the
fairy
doll
is
give
sitting
me
on
any
it.
did the doll give me an appearance of Samuel? A description of Samuel?
I just told you that it was a small boy.
Have a based on the toy, I would have to guess it is some form of boy. Probably a kid. Child.
Huh?
I wouldn't put too much stake into it, considering the fact that this one here has been here for like 100+ years. I don't think you're gonna be finding this boy.
Who do you spin it?
It could have been an elven boy, maybe.
Rosalina kind of squints at that and goes, then what is the intent? Then do you know if the intent of the stall then trying to give us such information?
Oh,
You don't know
no,
that you don't know that the doll gave us any information.
Oh yeah, Ami hasn't relayed this to the rest of the party yet, has she?
Nope.
Yeah, no.
She hasn't
really-
said shit.
Okay, so the reason I looked around though for like tracks and I was looking for traps, but I was just making the general looking around my surroundings.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
My bad. I heard tracks.
Tree.
For 150 years? So, Ami, what did the doll say? Did the doll speak to you?
Hmm?
When I picked
No.
it up?
Why do you say that?
Mm.
Because you knew the doll's name, maybe? Or the doll's owner's name?
You did mention a doll's name, so where did you get this information?
Well, if you must know, then yes, the doll did speak with me. Telepathically.
The sprite will speak up. Oh, that's because you're a Ketsune. It can only communicate with Fae.
Fair enough.
I see.
Well,
see.
if it is of a dead end, as far as we know, then we should be on our way.
Yeah, don't worry. He's been waiting and he'll keep waiting. He's fine and harmless. Mostly.
Why do I feel like that
going to
makes
choose-
me less at ease than
I'm
the
going
was
to choose to
before?
ignore the mostly. And we're going to move on, Artie.
Okay, we need to find what now? What did
Pine
Sirius
tree.
say? No, yes, I know about the pine tree. I just don't know about the bioluminescent, bioluminescent fruit, or whatever.
Alright, so, you gonna continue your search?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One moment. I just need to...
Did you not change the music?
Oh yeah, the music's still...
Yeah, I thought you were going to change the music, but you didn't.
I am professional. It's fine.
No, you're not. You fucked up the announcement.
Exactly. Professional.
You gotta subvert the expectations.
I don't. I'm always disappointed in him.
What? Oh, that's sad though.
Damn.
Damn.
It's okay. He's used to it.
Yeah,
It's kind of
normal.
cutting.
Yeah, it's just normal. It's fine.
You can't break my expectations because I didn't have any in the first place.
Joke's on you! Haha!
Once
Alright,
you do-
As you continue along, everybody give me a perception check. This one's based on hearing.
Okay. Null advantage. Ah. Well
Jesus
then.
Christ.
Well.
Anyways, I'm gonna guidance this and hopefully not roll like complete ass.
I feel like this is a personal attack on.
Well. The wisdom-based character has rolled the best perception for once.
Okay, it's a 22.
It's a 20, 21, 20, 20, 20, 21, yeah.
I was about to go. My passive is a lot higher than this, and it makes me sad.
Well, then You should have said that.
Bot?
Oh well.
The bot's dead.
Oh
I
well.
can't. I
It's
can't
more fun
believe.
to it's more fun to roll anyway.
Mocha.
Anyways, DM,
Ah.
what?
Yes, we're back to yes.
Well, I was about to switch to this anyway, but
Okay, what do I hear, DM?
all right. As you guys are walking through, you hear what sounds like dogs barking.
We should
Oh no.
pick up our pace. The Imperium may have any
Sounds
leads.
sounds like two dogs barking. In fact, it sounds like almost playful.
Oh,
As yeah, if that is being done,
we don't
Hold
hear
on.
it. Only Rivius does. Right.
yeah.
I hear dogs barking. I don't know where they're coming from. Where are they? Which direction are they coming from, DM?
They are coming from the west.
I will point at the west.
Huh.
Dogs. I don't know if they're Imperium or not because I don't think the Imperium would have employed dogs this quickly.
Well, we'll just have to go check it out, or continue down the path that we think the tree is.
That is the case.
As you continue along, you hear, "Hey, calm down, you two."
I was
and you
about to
see-
go. I was about to go as we were going. Rosalina was gonna, if it's possible, ritual cast us. Speak with animals. If she's
Alright.
seeing any dogs.
How long
If-
is ritual casting?
And
It
10
takes
minutes.
10 minutes. That's why it's like if this all happens before 10 minutes, it doesn't go off.
But yeah, soon after Rivius hears the dogs, you will all see coming out of the tree. As you all start to hear the dogs playing, you hear, "Come on, you two, calm down, stop chasing the cat."
Rudy.
I'm sorry.
Get back over here. We're going home soon. And you see two dusk hags that seem to be walking to Yeathounds.
Huh.
I'm so sad that tongues isn't a ritual spell.
Keck W.
By the way, they're saying this in Sylvan, so only Army can understand.
Noted. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, they are simply saying that they're going to be going home soon. Won't immediately assume any offensive stance should they notice us.
So, shall we leave them be?
We
Yes.
should leave them be. I don't think
We should not.
picking a fight
We
with-
should not. We definitely should not pick up a fight with any of the Fae.
If they're not gonna pick a fight with us, we shouldn't pick a fight with them.
As you guys are talking, you hear the barking stop for a moment. What is it, boys? What do you smell?
Oh, those little bitches.
Who's skulking around out in the bushes?
It is simply a group of adventurers. Do not worry. We mean you no harm. She is speaking this in Sylvan.
I just whisper in Ami's ear. I don't know if they have one intended for us.
Teleport us out.
Come, boys, let's go check it out. And the two dusk hags move up closer.
Oh, position
Well, come on,
yourself.
come out.
We will come out.
Yep.
Hey, I'm gay.
Why did
Oh
I
my
not-
god.
Why?
That's out
Why?
of character. That's out of character.
Hey, what a surprise! I am too.
I can't believe him died.
Anyway.
Hello.
Okay, well, I guess we leave the bushes. Or whatever
Yeah.
we're traveling to show ourselves to them.
Oh, let's see here. A kitsune, a half elf, a halfling, and 2 humans, one of whom I've heard some of the pixies talking about.
Yes. Are they speaking in common at this point, or are they still in Sylvan?
No, they're still speaking in Sylvan. They seem to be
Okay.
talking more to each other.
Then I will hold my tongue for now.
Then they turn to all of you, and now they speak in common.
Hmm.
So, what brings you to this section of the forest?
We are simply attempting to find our way to the Library of Alexandria to deliver something for the community that lives nearby in the winter section.
Ah, yes, those the community they like to call themselves now. Yes, they've been trying very hard to actually earn that title.
We've heard. We are simply delivering something on the whim of the goddess of the forest, from the high priest, or the head priest.
Yeah, we don't mean anyone any harm. We're
We
just passing
we
through.
simply wish to pass by.
Oh, don't worry, dearies. We have no intention of stopping you. We're just taking our dogs out for a walk.
Very large dogs.
And
Did-
yes, these youth hounds dwarf literally everyone here.
I'm sure.
So
they
out of
will.
character, did we deadass just run into the old couple from the community that just constantly are walking their dogs?
Probably. I 100% this is an Andrea thing and not an Ups thing. That
I can't believe the lesbian couple is walking their dogs right now.
I made this encounter myself.
Bruh.
Why do you have 2 lesbians walking their giant ass dogs?
Well,
dude?
first off, you don't have to assume. We don't know if they're lesbian or not. They could just be friends.
Did you assume their gender?
Did you assume their sexuality? How dare you?
How
Fuck.
dare I?
How dare you?
Anyway.
Anyways.
Yes, so we shall be on our way.
Well, if you're looking for the library, I take it since you're here, you're looking for the pine tree?
Yes,
Yeah.
we are looking for the pine tree currently.
Yes.
Yes, it likes to move around, so...
Excellent.
Like, physically move, or does someone move it?
Oh, no, every time it gets used, it reappears in a new location after the portal closes.
So it is frequently used?
I probably wouldn't say frequently.
It's decently frequently used. A lot of people like to go in and out. Hold on, let me double check.
She pulls out a script she needs to read from.
Did you forget to loop it?
You forgot
No,
to loop
I-
it, man.
Did
Oh,
I?
there
Oh,
it
there
is.
it is.
No, I didn't. The one that people tend to use more often is the one in the summer region, both for the more pleasant climate and it's quote unquote more fun, according to the pixies.
Well, the way that we know and how to get into is currently the winter. We were not instructed on the summer.
Yes, it makes sense. The community is in the winter region after all.
Do you have
It
any
is strange
ideas
how
of
winter
where the...
ended at their camp, though.
It is a deal that they struck with the Fae.
It's Yes, it was a
seem.
deal. The weather there stays more temperate for their feeble human bodies.
What can you tell us about this community?
Aside from the fact that that 150 years ago they were a lot more fanatical than they are now. Everything from cutting off relations with the Fae that they had struck bargains with and made deals with to enforcing mandatory worship on every member of their cult. Since then, they've become a lot more open. People can leave when they want to, things like that. Not many do, but there are some people who have left their community in search of greener pastures.
Do you have any idea of where the pine tree could currently be? Or are we just in the
Oh,
dark here?
yes, we passed it on our walk just a few minutes ago. It's just a little bit further to the east.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy your walk.
Of course. Big dogs like this need to get lots of exercise, otherwise they get fat. Especially with all the Imperium around lately.
You can
Oh!
thank themselves for that. They decided to declare war on Elerian. And they managed to discover
They,
the existence of the Library of Alexandria.
they're also looking for the library. I don't
But
think they're very successful though.
they are not
I
going
don't
to.
think
At this rate, they're going to have serious success with that. Which
I
is a
don't
good
think they
thing for
know-
us.
I don't think they have anyone that knows Sylvan like we do though.
Of course.
Considering
Well,
They put them all in work camps. Gladiator
Or the-
pit.
or the mines.
Work camps is encompasses
Well,
all.
Well, I know Roderick here, and the this one pats the youthhound next to her. He's been getting quite a lot of food lately. I haven't had to go out and get him food in a while. He just finds his own wandering the forest.
Down! Out of kitchen! Bruh.
I see.
Oh,
The
that's very
the armor is very annoying to pick out of his teeth.
Ah, I see.
Well,
We appreciate your help, by the way.
yes, we very much do appreciate it. We could probably be stuck a while longer.
Oh wait, they're speaking Sylvan, I'm sorry.
No,
they're
they're
speaking
speaking
common.
common. They've been
They're speaking
speaking common
common.
for the
Yeah.
last while now.
Alright, sorry, I
All good.
It's
But
okay,
yes.
bud.
But yes, we should be on our way now.
Hold on, and they count. You five have fun.
They really are just old ladies. Out of character. They really are just old ladies.
And they continue just walking, and they'll just walk past you guys as they continue on their walk.
All right, to the east.
To the east.
To the east.
to the west.
No, no east. No purse. No east.
If we're going west, then we're not gonna be moving anywhere. We're just gonna be going in circles.
I mean, this is the Fey one.
Ah,
Anyways.
Now work this time, bot. Please. Alright, so you make your way to the east, as they said, and eventually you do find a pine tree that's standing in the center of a small clearing. It is very out of place compared to the rest of the trees here.
well, start gathering up all the fruits that you can,
Okay, we go do that.
and
Right, so-
Just survival check.
I shall.
PM, or-
I shall.
Yep,
I
Yep,
guess
give
just-
me
Yes, I shall.
just give me some quick survival checks. DC's not particularly high, it's just to see how many fruit you get and how quickly.
All right. So this is your fuck. You
Do
roll.
I get advantage because it's in the forest? I'm trying to find food.
You'd have expertise. You would not have advantage, unfortunately.
Okay, so that would be 13.
Yep, a 13. It's tragic.
Still
I
good.
honestly, I was expecting you to just roll a random nat 20.
Nah.
We gotta save those, okay?
No,
Yeah,
you
but
guys
City
suggest that
session.
you're blowing up a barrel.
No,
And then
it has to be
It
in
has to be an
combat,
attack
Alex.
roll. Yeah, it has
It
to be an attack roll.
roll, Alex.
Gotta
What if,
Then
punt,
the
what if I
battery's
just punted Rivius into the Underdark?
Anyway.
Anyway.
I hope we get
You
to
gotta
go to
find the
Underdark
Underdark
some
first.
character. I hope we go to the Underdark sometime.
You don't even... Okay. I mean, eventually, maybe. Not anytime soon, though.
What was I gonna say? Oh, but that's still pretty good. 13 on a 2. I'm rolling a 2.
Yeah. You've effectively got Morks to
I'm
hit.
still waiting for your survival, or are you not
Uh.
collecting fruit?
Yeah, no, I won't. I
Right.
I have high hopes in the rest of the party.
Alright, so everybody collects fruit. Rosalina, with her big, strong arms, is able to collect the most.
Buff lady.
But you all collect a ton of fruit and start decorating the tree with various colors and assortments of fruits. And, well, suffice to say, the tree looks like a Christmas tree now.
I see.
And I will use fire. I will target the tree with firebolt.
Alright, so you target the tree with firebolt. It catches flame and starts burning.
Yes. Otters, 14 fire damage. The tree, it is on fire.
Yes, nodders.
Nodders.
And
The tree is
Ami-
very firmly on fire.
and Ami will stand in front of it, and in 3 times she will repeat, "I will not burn. I will not burn. I will not burn." And Sylvan.
And it's Sylvan, yeah?
Yep, and Sylvan.
All right, as you say this, a few groups of fairies and pixies all start standing around the tree as watching it burn down. And once the flame reaches the top of the tree, it collapses and into a pile of ash. A few moments, and then the ash starts floating into the air and reforming into the tree. Still covered in all the fruit, still glowing bright as at the base of the tree. A portal has formed. And as the portal forms and the tree regrows itself, that circle of pixies and fairies around starts cheering and clapping as you have successfully performed the ritual to open the way to the library.
We have successfully performed the winter ritual to open the way to the Library of Alexandria.
Legalize arson.
Sort of.
Maybe.
Face sanctioned murder, then face sanctioned arson. This place is great.
Shut up.
It's good soup.
Shut up. Ami's just going to facepalm, and she is just going to walk into the portal. He will walk in first.
I follow. I guess next. Oh, a question. I guess Sojourn just kind of phases through it, correct?
Yeah, pretty much.
Andrew's calling you a coward, by the way, Amps.
Yes, because I didn't say the word pogging. I did not say that some of the pixies are pogging.
You know what? Based that you didn't say that. That definitely would have taken away some of the immersion. It would have been funny because haha Twitch speak. Haha Twitch speak is Sylvan, but
Facing
But yeah.
Kinarson, yay!
I'm punching Rivius into the fire plane.
Oh.
Anyways,
I'm just gonna
continue.
say I'm punching people into random planes at this point, to be honest. You don't deserve the luxury of being punted into the sun.
Andrea's too nice.
Oh no, she gets sent to the sun.
But that's
Oh,
where
no.
she is already.
I send her into Soul's sun. Smile.
Anyways,
What?
All right,
Continue.
Ami.
Not
As you are the first to walk through the portal, you are the first to arrive. You arrive into a brightly lit library, but there is not a single torch in sight. Every single piece of light is coming from bioluminescent mushrooms that have been specifically placed, lighting up this entire place in beautiful, bright colors.
is
As-
They really
inside.
were. They really
and
weren't kidding when they said no fire.
As you see all types of all types, fairies and pixies flying through the upper levels, carrying books and putting them in shelves, moving them, sorting them. Walking past you, you see other fae, some humanoid, some that look more like animals, some that are
So,
almost impossible to really describe, and
so
all of them are
they're,
just carrying books. Yes,
so
go
they're
ahead.
just flitting around and sorting books.
Yes, the pixies, fairies, and sprites are flying around in the upper levels, sorting books. Where Ami is, there are creatures on legs that are doing the same.
Quite the sight, huh, Usador?
Maybe we have
It's
to go inside and be
incredible.
like, "Oh my goddesses, this is immaculate."
Really wasn't kidding when they said no fire, huh?
But to activate the portal, you have to set the.
Fun little fact between the two of us. The chant, that little phrase to get in, was "I shall not burn."
But he's gonna take a minute and just be like, "What in the what?"
The Fae are mysterious beings. Don't linger on it for too long, and she'll wink. Her tail's swishing around a little bit.
No wonder my mother said not to make any pacts with Fae.
Oh, you certainly shouldn't. She'll say with a mischievous smile.
Anyways, DM, let's go inside.
Alright.
Are you gonna be a bitch in our session now?
I'd have to say it. Fuck.
You gonna
I
be a
ju-
bitch?
What?
Are
You
gonna
hadn't
do
said it. There's a lower chance of doing it to us. You bitch.
So-
I mean, it is a good stopping point, though.
I
said
have
the
wait. We have waited so long for this.
Mhm.
we have
have
waited
we
since
waited?
we
Now we are
long have we
waited.
awaited. Now are we here? We are not to be denied. So close to getting to see Andrea's Endora character, but in Elerian.
We're so close.
We're
Anyways,
so close.
where we going, DM?
Oh, where are we going?
So,
Yeah.
Right back.
oh, okay.
I can't wait to see Andrea's Endora character, but in Elerian, but also built as a D&D character that isn't homebrewed to shit.
It's still kind of homebrewed to shit because she's an NPC,
Yeah, because she's an NPC,
and we also get the
NPCs have...
we also get the Pog and Andrea's RP Pog.
Yeah,
probably,
so let's
maybe.
go. Pog. Are
Maybe,
we gonna
question-
meet Alexandria herself? Let's go. Pog.
Well-
Pog.
Well,
Anyway.
we did have a book
Anyway.
delivered to her.
Anyways, where we going? Where did Sirius tell us where to deliver this book?
No, he didn't. Well,
No,
Well,
he told you
Uh,
to deliver it to the library.
does it
So
look like
what do
any?
you want to do? There are creatures flitting around everywhere.
I don't know Sylvan.
I do, but I don't know where the fuck to start. And this is the problem with giving me toys. I don't know where the fuck to giving me new shit. I don't know where the hell to start.
I mean, Rebius would
But-
probably just say hello and see if anyone speaks common.
Okay, I'm back.
As you say hello, there is a pixie that flies past that just stops and goes, "Oh, hello. Anyway, I can help you."
We were sent here by Sirius Sirius
To
from the
deliver-
community.
To deliver a book
Yes.
by the head priest.
Yeah, Sirius, I believe, is the head
Yes.
priest.
There's
You brought a book from Cirrus. Alexandria will want to see you directly. She's up in her office, up 2 floors up.
thank you so
thank
much.
you. Thank you so much.
Um,
And then we
do you know how to get
where?
up there?
do we need
Yeah, there's a staircase right over there, and she points down a row of bookcases. Head straight down to the end, take a left, and there's a staircase that leads up.
Thumbs up.
thumbs up emoji?
Thank
But
you.
also
Thank you so
thank
much.
you so much. And then we go, DM.
And then we go.
We go.
All right, so you head off. You walk up the stairs. You go up 2 floors, and you find an office marked with Alexandria.
Knock knock.
Knock knock.
You knock on the door. Knock knock. And
Out of character. Pog and Andrea. Let's go. Pog.
See, it's funny because I don't have the joint the dupe on. I didn't even know Andrea was in the call.
she just joined.
Exactly.
Have they opened the door?
No,
We have just knocked.
We just
They've
knocked
knocked.
on it.
We have knocked on the door. That is all.
We have knocked
Okay.
on the door. Let's go.
So as you guys have approached the door, you would as you approach, you would start to hear I guess voices from inside. 2 similar sounding voices. They both seem to be arguing the more closer you come, and they seem to be interchanging between Sylvan and Common, cursing in both languages sometimes.
Ew.
When you knock, they pause, and
Oh.
a voice says, hold on a moment," and you kind of hear paper shuffling, objects being shuffled around, and the door opens. At the door, you see a 3-foot tall fairy with long, how do I describe her? Long ash black hair with some embers that are flaring up in them, and
3-foot fairy with long ash red?
ash black.
Ash
Yeah.
black hair with embers
Flaring up in them.
flaring up in within it.
And her wings are papyrus leaves, but they're burned.
You.
And she's wearing glasses. Hold on. And there's a desk nearby, in the middle of the office, who seems almost identical to the other fairy, also 3 foot, but she has shorter hair. Her hair is brown, parchment brown, and her wings are normal papyrus wings.
They're not burned.
So-
Another fairy is at the desk.
At the desk, sitting at the desk.
So,
Sitting with
Are-
what? Sorry?
With brown hair and wings made of papyrus, but they're not burned.
Shorter hair with wings that are not burnt.
so you must be Alexandria then.
The girl at the front with the black hair, she'll kind of nervously like sort of fiddle with her hands and like look nervously between the group that is suddenly outside their office. She kind of seems speechless for a bit, and then the fairy at the desk will speak up. Yes, we are Alexandria.
We? What do you mean by
Is-
we?
Oh, it's a long story. Her name, you may call me Alexa, and you may call her. She points at the other fairy, Drea. Is there anything in?
Ha.
Is there a
Oh.
reason you?
We're here to deliver
We are here
a
We're here to deliver a book provided by Cirrus from the community nearby in the winter region.
yeah, Cirrus Pinecrest. I believe
By
you've
order
interacted with
by
them?
order of the goddess of the forest.
Oh,
Yeah.
yours.
And she will take out the book. He said that you would have the key for it.
Drea would look at the book like with a bit of widened eyes, or like in like surprise, and as well as the Alexa, and she'll say, "Oh, you come from the community then?"
We
Yeah,
do
but-
not.
We do
We
not
are-
actually.
You've
We
been
are-
at the community, I mean.
We have been. Yes, we have. That is how we learned how to get here.
All right then. We
You
have
must-
much to discuss.
I must say, the entry ritual for the winter region is very amusing, considering the one rule of the place is no fire.
As we burn
Uh,
through.
Yeah, I don't. I think
Drea- Drea would scratch the back of her head sheepishly, looking a bit nervous as Alexa would like face palm and sigh. I swear we fucking filed in a request to change that ritual. Whatever. It's well, we have a lot to discuss. I thought we were gonna end the session like after I was introduced, or
No, here's what I was gonna do. You've just said we have a lot to discuss, and that will be where we end the
You
session.
bitch!
Yeah.
okay.
bitch,
Bitch!
Damn it.
Madge.
Damn it.
You bitch!
Okay.
Don't
Okay.
tease them. Leave Brittany
My-
alone.
Alexandria's appearance in this session was honestly very improvised, and it was only
Yeah, I could
decided
tell
that
her
we-
smile.
Oh my god.
But
Anyways,
I liked
pog,
it.
pog, pog, pog,
Pog,
pog,
pog,
pog,
pog,
You,
pog,
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 you,
pog,
you
pog,
did
pog, pog,
ask.
pog, pog.
You did ask, and I accepted. So, but we will plan out next week's.
Yeah,
Much
we will.
better.
We need that out. We need the library map.
Yes, a library map will help a lot.
There better be
Well,
some
albeit,
dragons in the
albeit-
library.
albeit brief.
There's a strong probability I won't be there.
Well,
next week?
if you can't be there next week, then we can miss that
Uh,
week since you are moving.
Yeah.
Oh, might not be there either. Pick W.
That's also fine.
Well,
If
potentially, because I think GalaxyCon is next week. Keyword, I think.
that is
Pretty sure.
I
I mean,
actually, I believe you said already that there was a high likelihood. So yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a night. Just depends on if I don't have the room to pace.
Yeah.
Yes, this is a determining factor if I'm able to come to session. If I don't have enough room to pace,
What's
know.
GalaxyCon?
it's a convention.
Honestly, I like doing like my thinking standing up, so I kind of understand that.
I fucking forgot to describe how Drea has a scar on her face. Well, whatever, it's fine.
Fine.
we
Well-
can do that next week then.
Well,
Yeah, we can-
despite the very short appearance, thank you for
And
coming.
we can actually, give you a token on the
True.
map.
Yeah, I'm trying to find their art right now.
They're very poggers though.
Pog, pog,
Correct.
pog, 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 pog,
Because
pog.
as
Thank
this-
you for for jumping in. I know you haven't had the best day.
Yeah, it's also it's been a while since I actually like role played in voice, so
Yeah.
That's also
Sweet.
all fine.
It's all good.
Well, I really don't want to stop the flow, mostly because we've been on such a roll, and plus this next session is probably going to be a very big roll on, so I'd at least like to
It's
knock out of
okay.
the way.
I didn't know that we were gonna play to this week, you know?
Yeah,
Fair.
I mean, I think we all all of our characters have
Um,
something to do in the library too, right?
I think
Oh,
I,
Vivius doesn't have anything to do with
I
the
think
library.
I would arguably think the one that has the least necessary sort of anything to do with the library would be Rosaria.
I thought she wanted to do. I remember TP saying something.
You can just call him Can.
Okay, and sorry.
Hmm?
No, I thought you said Rosalina needed to do something in the library.
Not that I can think of, but it's not like I can't.
I think Rosalina is more just curious about what the Fae are up to.
Yeah,
yeah,
and she can certainly discover that in the off time, because having someone miss, I mean, because it's very unlikely to get into combat next session? Question mark.
But I would like to have everyone.
Yeah, I prefer having everyone for a session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, if Can can't be here, we will leave next week. But that's if Can can't be here, because Can is Can, and he likes to find a way.
Yeah. I mean, I was like, more than likely, the chances are I could show up, but it would be on my phone.
It's still
And,
it's still
and
not
I'm
the
not
worst.
sure. Yeah, and I'm not sure of the quality of that, of what my mic is sounding
Well,
like on my phone.
Well, I'm going to end stream, and then we can test that. We smile.
I'm probably gonna get off.